Okay, come here. Let's get, where's baby? Oh, there he is. Come here. You want to come? No? Okay, hold on, guys. I'm getting baby. Okay. I know you're worried about him. You're so worried about him. Okay, there we are. Okay, what else do we need? Are you okay there, Casey? You doing okay? All right. Hi, guys. Let me just adjust the camera. Let me move. Okay, no fighting. No fighting. We're getting everything situated. Phoebe just got back from the hospital. There we go. Okay, we have an update for you. All right. And then let me go on to here so I can see what you're saying, so we don't have the same problem like last time, because this is a Q&A. Let's see. So hold on. We're getting things ready so I can see you guys. Where you going, boo-boo? Huh? Okay. Ooh. Okay, so there we go. Hi! Oh, look at everybody's here. Even the Birdman's here. Hey, guys. Hi. So there's everybody. So I'm sure all of you want to know. There he is. He's eating a pancake that I made for him. How baby's doing. So he had to go back to the hospital, as you know. Did you just poop on me? Oh my goodness. So baby's having some eye issues still. He has been in some pain, and so it's been tough, right? But for those of you that have had surgeries, hi Miko, hey Ellen, hey Pamela, hi Kelly. Hey Christine, for those of you that have had surgeries, you know that it takes a while sometimes for it to be completely fixed, right? So our veterinarian today, our ophthalmologist, Dr. Struby, spent so much time with baby. I can't even tell you how incredible the care is. So this is what he thinks could be happening. So let me take this here because it's a long word, you guys. It almost sounds like a cavity or something. But so what he noticed in the eye exam, and he did a full eye exam, and if you guys haven't seen what an eye exam looks with a parrot, there is no link here, but if you look at our Parrot Playhouse video, our previous video, you'll see an actual eye exam that baby had at VCA. So what he has and what he thinks he has is conjunctivitis. Basically, it's inflammation in the eyelids, and this can be caused from a possible infection deep inside the eye. It could be caused from the crystals when Dr. Struby went in with the diamond drill to drill those crystals out. He couldn't go all the way because it would have, injured baby's cornea. It could be one of the crystals was pushing on a nerve. That would be like the worst case scenario. At this point, a lot of people are asking, why don't we remove the eye? We're not there yet. We're not there yet. If we have pain in our arm, we have a surgery, we don't remove it. But so we're managing it now. I'm going to be giving him, I don't know if you can hear me. Oh my goodness, there's Maui. Doesn't he look good? So I'm going to be giving him pain meds, gabapentin. I stopped, and I'm going to start again. So we'll know in 3 days if the antibiotics are going to work. If they're not going to work, your connection is unstable. Please wait. Oh no, can you guys still see us? If the antibiotics do not work, then he's going to go on an anti-inflammatory topical. That's not a steroid, because a steroid would cause another ulcer, and that was the main issue that he had. He had an ulcer. So there's a bunch of things, with the parrot's eye, and you have to be so careful, but you don't just start, you just don't take the eye out when there's a problem. So there's great hope that we're going to be able to fix this eye. Is that you? It's just going to take a little time. And I know it's hard for you guys to watch it, but if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. But if you do, it's definitely a journey. So this is a Q&A. Are you going to poop? I want to see what you all are saying. Okay, so let's see. And it's so nice to see all of you. I just clicked out. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see. Ooh, Elizabeth is going, conjunctivitis is so painful. Yes, it sounds really painful, but I'm hoping we're going to get this under control because he could have also caused it by rubbing his eye. He doesn't know that not rubbing his eye is a bad thing. So it's basically trying to tell a toddler, don't rub your eye. So that could have also caused this issue. Hey, Angela, how are you? Hey, Karen. So this is a Q&A, you guys. Does anybody have any questions? Just a lot of, I hope baby feels better. I know. Thank you so much. I hope baby feels better too. Andy will. They've been so wonderful at BCA Eye Clinic for Animals in Kearney Mesa. I can't even tell you how amazing. Thomas, you want a walnut? Okay, how's the Puffman? The Puffman is doing really good. There he is. There, he's going to have a walnut. How's Thomas doing? He's bueno. He's been doing fantastic, aren't you? And he's enjoying a walnut right now. What do you want, boo-boo? Let's see what baby wants. I hope you guys can hear me. Do you have a good pellet brand recommendation? Yeah, I have a couple of them. I love Harrison's. Harrison's is great. It sometimes can be a hard pellet to get birds to wean onto. So I always suggest like a coffee grinder to grind it down really fine so you can sprinkle it onto their wet food. Just make sure it's a brand new coffee grinder, and they're super cheap. They're like $20, and we have them at our Amazon store, but that's a great way to sneak healthy food to them. I also like high-tech baked bites. It's just kind of like a little nugget. Do you want to see it? A lot of you guys have probably seen it. Hold on, don't go anywhere. I'm going to show you what a high-tech baked bite looks like. So let's see. I'll let the birds entertain you. So what I do is I buy a big bag of it. And so this is what the Kitech baked bites look like. And they smell so good, and there's cinnamon in them. And you know what's so cool about cinnamon is it's an antibacterial. So it will kill bacteria. So if your birds are fighting something, it'll help get rid of that. There's Quint. You want that? There he goes. He's ready. Oh, I'm so sorry, Victoria. How rude. She probably wants the walnut. No, she wants the Kitech baked bites. No, yes, she wants the walnut. I forgot about Victoria. And only, no, hold on. Whoa. Stop. It's a live video, you guys, so you're going to see some of that, right? She wants, there we go. Casey wants her pistachio. All right, nobody was hurt. It's live, and this is what you're here for. You're here to see what life is like with parrots. So I do my best to position them so we don't have any fights, and usually we don't with these two, but food was involved, right? And Quinn is basically, he's like a little garbage can. There you go. Okay, stop being naughty. Casey, okay? Everybody okay? All right, did Victoria get her walnut? Hold on, you guys. This is like when there's treats, it's a big deal. Yep, and now he's screaming for his treat. You're going to have to come over here and get your treat. I'm like trapped. All right, so Kitech and Harrison's. And then I also like Higgins. So, are you okay? Oh, no. Man, I'm about done. You're going to have to go into the other room. Are you okay? Oh, so Thomas, as many of you know, will you eat that? Okay, so he looks okay, but we don't want that to happen. He has had one wing cut, pinion. Bueno, it's not bueno. And so he's really unstable. Okay, so no. Okay, I'm going to put that away. Normally he's not a problem, but he sure is today. Go in there. You're going to get a timeout. So naughty. Wow. What a way to start the stream. They're wild animals, you guys, and this is what I said, when you have birds in a room, or especially if you got coyotes, and he's usually not a problem, but today he was. He couldn't handle the food. Are you going to be okay? Okay, so let's see what other questions we've got. Okay, I bought the pellets. Oh, so this is from Jebby. I bought the pellets you recommended on the one video and give mine a blend of pellets for variety, and they get high-tech. My girls love the high-tech. They go nuts, right? It's so easy to wean your birds onto high-tech. Are you going to be okay, Thomas? Yeah, he looks okay. He's just, now that we put Quinn back there, I'm hoping things will settle down. But it's a live video, and I was at the vet with Phoebe. So these birds are like ready to be out of their cages. What's going on? So thank you for that, Jebby. And oh, I was gonna say Higgins, the colored pellets. So they're not colored pellets. I can't think right now. I've got a bird brain right now, but they're very colorful and it's all food dye. So there's no fake dye in it. And those work really good for birds that you're weaning onto pellets because they're exciting colors. Come here, Victoria. Victoria wants to come up here. And so it's just nice because it has like beet dye in it and all kinds of good stuff. So it's attractive for birds. What do you want? Huh? So we have all these treats and these birds are basically going crazy. Okay, so why don't you go over here? Oh, she dropped it. Okay, so what's our next question? Holy Batmobile. Oh, yeah, somebody else likes Intune. Oh, there's a couple people that like Intune. How's your mom and her puppy? Is her bird still with you? Yes, Sammy's here. He's over there. I don't want him to get hurt or anything, so he's safely in the cage over there. She's doing good, and yes, she's still with me. She's going to be living with me for a while. For those of you that don't know, my stepfather and my step-grandfather were victims in a car accident in April. So my mom's here with her dog, and she's staying with me. And it's horrible, you know, what has happened, but I just love having her. She is such a blessing. She's just been so much help. Come on, Thomas. Yes, and the birds love her. Thank you for asking. Queen Victoria is royalty. Yes, she is. Oh, can you please give baby a kiss? You want a kiss? All right, there you go. That's from Christine, baby. Okay, so what else do we got? Do you guys want to know who, before Quinn was super naughty, do you want to know who was up to no good today? Victoria Cockatoo. She has been so naughty. I stuck this I have a brand new chair. You see that? And I stuck this table in here, and immediately she was like, she wanted to get to it. So she actually already took a chunk out of this, like this really pretty chair. But she's a cockatoo, and that's what they do, right? Okay, so do we have any other questions? Victoria's climbed down. You should take a look. Oh, thank you, Lori. Now, where did Victoria go? Oh, she's under the chair. There she is. She's stealing a walnut. We're good, Mom. We're good. We're good. My mom's wondering if I need help. Okay, there she is. She got her walnut. Do you see that? Thank you, Thomas. All right. Aren't these lives just wild? Holy Batmobile. Yes, she was. Where's Puffy? Puffy's right here. Here's Puffy. There he is. Are you okay? I worry about him. You gonna be okay? Oh, I love you so much. What? You wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? You gonna whistle? Bueno. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you want a Cheerio? So I have Cheerios here too. And my vet said Cheerios are fine for treats. So there we go. Baby's he's chewing a twig. So actually baby's eye feels a little better right now because they numbed it at the eye doctor appointment. So that's good. Let me see if some of these birds want a banana. This is do you want a banana? No? Do you want a banana? Puffy's not chewing on the wood. Nobody wants a banana. I know Thomas doesn't like bananas. Okay, what else do we get? Oh, is Casey a female or a male? So Casey is a female, and I had her, or the rescue had her DNA sex, so we know for a fact that she is a male. Does Victoria, hi Linda Parrot, how are you? Does Victoria Cockatoo wear a sock dress? So she is not cold. Unfortunately, she doesn't. She hates it. And actually what happens, I shouldn't say that she exactly hates it. She really gets nesty. Like as soon as you put that on, she's just like, you know, she's like going crazy and it just really turns her on. So where are you going, Victoria? Don't worry, I see her. So that's something that I want to avoid with a cockatoo. Like anything touching her belly or under her wings gets her really excited. And especially since she's a bird that had a hysterectomy, she doesn't have a uterus anymore, but she still has her ovaries. She can still produce egg yolks. So I want to like avoid any of that stuff, but I wish she could. How many hours a day do you spend in your bird room? Oh, when I'm not at work, bless you. When I'm not at work, I pretty much live in here, Kylie. So like this is our sanctuary. My mom has been helping out a lot. Like she'll help clean the house. So it just gives me extra time in here. So how many hours? I bet I spend maybe like 7. If I'm off, I try to spend as much time as I can. And then yeah, I'm with them a lot. I have like no social life by choice. Like they are my social life. And you guys, right? Okay, I need to move this because no, stop. It's okay. Because what happens is Baby and Puppy are bullies. There we go. They're bullies. And they can like cause a lot of problems. Okay, Victoria, stay where I can see you. Okay, how long does it take to clean all the bird cages? Well, I do that by myself every week, and it probably takes me about 4 hours. So I deep clean on Sunday, and I clean every cage. I take everything apart. I move everything to the side, one side of the bird room, and I clean that. Like it's about 4 hours. And then I wipe the cages down twice a day, every day. So when you got birds, you never stop cleaning. And I clean with vinegar and water. I don't use any chemicals in here because there are a lot of cleaners that are toxic. Even some of those cleaners that say that they're safe or whatever, there's still chemicals in it. I say stay away from that. Vinegar and water is the way to go. Okay, so here we go. Hold on just a second. I've got a mean comment. Okay, we just got rid of that. All right, so here we go. Oh, there's Angel. Hey, Angel. I just love seeing you live. It's so wonderful to see all your birds. Victoria, come here on the live. Thanks so much and what you do for the bird community. Yes, adopt and don't shop. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. We really believe in adopting and don't shop. All these birds, except for Baby and Puppy, have been rescued or I've adopted them from rescue. I got Baby and Puffy before I knew that there was a huge parrot crisis, and it's just an epidemic. And it's not just birds that have been abused; it's birds that, like right now, there's somebody that's ill, and it looks like she's not going to make it. She basically told me she has a very short time to live, and she has a cockatoo, and she's in desperate need of finding a home for that cockatoo that she loves. This is her daughter. So right now, you know, that's what we're doing. And the Parrot Town community from YouTube on Discord, hi guys, they've been helping me with that. So I went to Discord for that, for some help. And there's a possibility that there might be a place for this cockatoo to go from someone on Discord, but I'm just waiting for the owner that's very ill response, because she's very ill, so it's probably hard for her to hold on, you guys, to come and get on the internet. Sorry, you guys. This is cockatoos. They like to walk a lot, so they're always like doop 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 doop. That's basically what she does all day. Yeah, she looks good for a 47-year-old bird, right? Look at those legs. Oh, she has some beautiful legs on her. Okay, Victoria. it's just basically what she does all day. She like walks around, and I have to keep an eye on her, even though this room's pretty safe. But right now I have the computer plugged in, and I always have to be so careful with these birds, right? You never know when somebody's gonna surprise you and attack. Okay. Oh, April, Jenny, it's Mr. T, Mommy. Oh, Bubba the Birds. I was just talking about you. So that's who just might be able to help us out. And I really appreciate that, Mr. P. And we're still waiting for a response from that cockatoo mama. But like I said, she is very ill. So hopefully she'll get back to me tonight. Oh, I'm so sorry. What happened? My goodness. Oh, and I'll be able to put you two in touch. And she's like literally on the other side of the country. And I wish it was closer to me, but I think, you know what? You just might be able to have something that's going to work from Bubba the Bird. So I'm excited. Okay, so let's see. My new rescue, so this is from Kelly. My new rescue Quaker shark is molting. She's a biter. She will let me pet her a little. How do I help her? I can't miss her because it was used as discipline in the past. Oh, I hate when water is used as discipline. You know, it's just so sad when people take water and they use it to punish their birds. They put it in spray bottles. I know, you know, super soakers, and when their birds scream or whatever, they spray their birds down. And so if you don't know that's a bad thing, you do now. So only use water for happy things, because water's a positive. Okay, so your bird, thank you first of all for rescuing. That's awesome, right? Yay, everybody give her some hearts. Second of all, the bird is molting. My birds bite when they're molting. They're just so uncomfortable. They're itchy, they hurt. Their pin feathers are just poking them everywhere. So that could be a huge problem, and they don't feel good. Their body is working on overtime. Oh, Sherry, a parrot. Wait, who's here? Is Sherry here? Her body is working overtime. Oh, no, she's not. That's Karen. Hi, Karen. Aw. Their body is working overtime to produce feathers. So I say give that little Quaker some space right now. Give the Quaker some space. Lots of treats. Try to work on stepping up on a perch if you can. I mean, it's okay if the bird doesn't step up to you right away. It takes time. It took how many years for you? I pick up. Are you putting a hole in my sweater? Hold on. No. Come here. There we go. Why don't you preen him? Do you want to give him kissies? Okay. It took, how long did it take us? It took Thomas 2 years to finally step up to me. This bird used to hiss at me and lunge at the cage when I first rescued him. He was so scared. So don't get your feelings hurt, Kelly. I know it's frustrating, but the most important thing is to take it slow. And I always say, read to your birds, sit by the cage if it's okay with the bird, and talk to it in a gentle voice. That's what I did with you, right? We read for like a year, and then he listened to, what's it called, Rosetta Stone in Spanish. So I was trying to learn how to speak Spanish, so we were learning. He ended up learning way more Spanish than I did, right? Yes, I learned 0. And so you want to take it super slow and just lots of treats, lots of rewards, and take it slow. And what you could do is also have your bird watch TV for Birds if you already are on Parrot Town. YouTube's Parrot Town, TV for Birds. Birds are flock animals, right? So when they can watch other birds in a bird room and interacting with the human, that would be Sherry from Parrot Town, they learn new things. And so your bird will learn that interacting with a human and being around other birds will make the bird feel more safe. And I really think that's just a total bonus. So TV for Birds for Parrot Town. So I would suggest that as well, but take it super slow. And you can also message me on Instagram, Facebook, Parrot Playhouse if you need more help. I'm there for you. That's awesome. Okay, any other questions? Oh, I see a lot of Parrot Town people out there. Holy Batmobile. Okay, anything else? Is biting and baby Quakers normal? I'm trying to bond with my bird and he also bites. So, you know, we're awfully good to these birds and we're awfully scary to these birds. So there's a good possibility that your bird is scared, right? And so you want to take it super slow. Or how did you react when you first got bit? You know, any kind of attention to a bird sometimes can be positive. So if you're telling a bird to step up, he doesn't want to step up. You want to step up? No, he doesn't want to step up. You want to step up? Want to step up? Take it there he comes. Good. So when they step up, you want to have a solid perch there. So what happens sometimes is people get scared. And when they tell the bird to step up, they're doing this. Let me get them down. Step up and they're kind of pulling away. So that becomes an unsteady branch, right? And so the bird actually gets scared. Thomas is regurgitating for me. Yeah. Oh, you feel safe. And so what can happen is you can train a bird to bite, and then the bird goes like this. I'm not saying that you did this, but these are some suggestions that I have for everybody. And so if a bird does bite, all of a sudden you pull away and you go, ouch. And so you basically taught your bird, if they do this, they get a reaction. It's same with like humans, right? Like human toddlers, I think they bite. I mean, I'm a hairdresser and I've got a nephew and he's biting, you know, I guess. And so I'm sure if he gets a reaction like, it's going to encourage him to bite. Obviously it was effective. So you can also message me if you have any more questions about your baby as well. So, but definitely it's the humans that teach their birdies to bite, right? Yeah, because they come out perfect. Yeah, they come out perfect. You're such a good boy. All right, so let's see what else we got. How is little parakeet Khaleesi? Khaleesi, I never see her in the videos. She's actually right behind here. And I knew that these birds were going to be loose. And so she's actually safe behind here. And she's partly covered. Because if you guys were watching the beginning of the stream, you saw a fight when Quinn, who's in his cage now, attacked Casey earlier. Ooh, Casey, look at Casey. She's being so good. Oh my gosh. This is a rescue bird, you guys. All right, I adopted her from Peace. She's such a good girl. What baby? Where are you going? Where are you going? So yeah, but she's doing really well. And she's turning, how old is she? She's turning 12. So that's really good for a parakeet. Okay, so let's, Cheryl saying, pet perfect, if it's just nibbling, they go through a mouthy stage. Stay calm and tell him no bite and sometimes treat him for being calm. Yes, good suggestions. Yeah, and they do. They go through biting stage just like dogs, humans, and everything else. What kind of stands best for step-up training? Well, I like to just take a regular perch. You know those dowels that you get in the bird cages? If you can cut them in half, I like to use that. And I don't like to use them in my bird cages because they're just not good for their feet. Look how cute they are. And so that's what I'll use for step-up. And sometimes a bird is scared of that, right? So then you will have to use what your bird feels comfortable with. So every bird is different. I know that baby, if a perch has any kind of color on it, if it's like blue or whatever, which I don't recommend, he gets really scared. So he's scared of color. Be careful, guys. Be careful. Good job. Okay, so what else do we got? You know, I saw Love Your Pets way up here. And there was probably like a fight. Oh, there she is. Oh, Love the Pets just said she adopted a budgie yesterday. That's awesome. There's a lot of budgies out there for adoption. My baby, Casey. Oh, yeah. Oh, Sherry of Fairtown is here. I'm so confused. Sherry's having some internet problems, you guys, but maybe she's at a coffee shop right now. That's so funny. Okay, do you guys have any more questions? This has been such a fun stream. I'm just loving seeing all of you guys here. Oh, I have a diffuser that I diffuse natural essential oils in, and I was wondering if it was safe for my babies because I know that candles aren't good. Wow, Pet's perfect. I'm so glad you asked that question. those are no bueno, no bueno, no bueno. So, you know, their lungs are so complicated. And, you know, I even know that Rabbit Air Purifier, which I have one here, even has a little thing for essential oils in it now. And you guys stay away from those essential oils diffusers. It's our birds, our dogs, our cats. There's actually a doctor on Facebook that talks about the hazards of them. She sees a lot of dogs and cats with all kinds of rashes, and it just attacks their immune system because they're so much different than us. This is so concentrated when you breathe it in. I mean, just all those people that are using those vapes, look what's happening to some of them, not all of them. I don't want to get into that. And some of it looks like it's the vitamin E that might be causing that. But just think, if your birds, if you're putting those different oils in there, even if supposedly it's safe, like lavender, them breathing it into their air sacs, there's no filtering, and it's going right into their kidneys and their liver. It could kill them. It could cause some serious problems. So I'm so glad you asked about that. Turn it off. Don't do it. And I'm glad you mentioned the candles too. We're heading into that time of year. Don't have candles on for your birds. Stay away from Febreze. Cleaning products. There was a sad post last year around this time because people are starting to close their windows, right? And it was this person was using suds and bubbles or whatever. It seemed harmless. It killed a bunch of her birds. She was cleaning the bathroom, went into the bird room, and they're all having issues, respiratory problems. So that's why I always say vinegar and water. And why we're having this conversation, tinfoil. Oh my gosh, yes, they went and they ruined tinfoil, right? So some of that tinfoil has Teflon coating in it. So for those of you, you know, for the holidays, there's gonna be a lot of cooking. You know, when you have the foil underneath, and you're gonna see a squash video coming out on Thursday that we made, and I talk a little bit about that. But the heat causes the foil to release toxins. So any of those products, popcorn, those popcorn bags, turkey plastic bags, that you put in the oven that are nonstick, stay away from it. Keep your birds out. And yes, even if you have your bird in another room, it can travel through the vents. So stay away from cookware, blow dryers. I'm a hairdresser, trust me, I know. Flat irons, all that stuff is has that Teflon stuff in it. So be super careful with that, right? So I'm so glad you asked that question. That was a good one. Wow. Okay, so what substitutes do you recommend for tinfoil? So not all tinfoil has the non-stick, but recently Reynolds and some of the other companies have come out with non-stick. So what I would recommend, and I should probably have a list for you guys of what's safe, call the companies. Be careful, don't always trust the companies. But if you see on the foil paper that it says non-stick, it won't stick to the foil or something like that, that's a red flag that you want to stay away from it. So just really be cautious. I want to get that out to you. Okay, what is the best way to find birds available for adoption? I live near Chicago and have not had any luck finding any. Well, what I could do is, if you message me on Parrot Playhouse on Facebook or Instagram, I could reach out to some friends, reach out to some people and see if they know of any rescues in the Chicago area. And thank you so much for considering adoption. That is so awesome. And let me tell you, there are tons of rescues out there, tons. There's not a shortage. But I think a lot of them, because they're so busy, they're like on this hamster wheel trying to save birds, and I get in that too. And they're like this, you know, they're so like just trying to like stay out of all the other stuff and just focus on saving. Sometimes they don't get their word out because they're so busy and people don't realize that they're there, right? But thank you. But please message me. I would love that. Okay, any tips for a new African gray owner? There's so many. There's just so many. You know, African grays are super smart, patient, right? Yeah. Also, definitely know certain cleaners, right? Yeah, vinegar and water. I say do your research. Watch. There's a lot of Parrot Playhouse videos on different like parrot behaviors, and nutrition is so huge with birds. Vitamin A is so huge with birds. Also, baths, you want to get your bird right used to baths while it's young, and only use, you know, showers and stuff for positive. Never use it as a negative thing as punishment. Right, Casey? And don't teach your bird to bite. Like, you know, I was showing you, teach your bird how to properly step up, but you just really have a lot of research. There's just not enough time. I could go for months. There's just so much information, but I appreciate that you're reaching out and you're doing your education, but definitely watch our videos. We have so many awesome videos and playlists. So check those out. Okay, let's see. So what else do we got? Oh, okay, so here's a rescue. Thank you, Laura. Kim, look at Chicago Cage Bird Rescue in Via Park, Illinois. So there we go, Chicago Cage Bird Rescue in Via Park, Illinois. And so that would be a great place. Thank you so much, Laura. That's great. You see, this is why I like doing these live streams, because, you know, you guys are all over the world, and I see Etsy there. And you just never know who's there who can be able to help. So I just love it. Okay, who is speaking now? I think that was Thomas, and he's not comfortable with having baby here. It's okay, Thomas. What is my favorite species of parrot? I don't know. You know, I'm crazy about those crazy kaiques. I'm so crazy about these guys, but I don't recommend them as pets usually, because they're a lot to take in. And right now he's on his best behavior because he's worried about his best bud baby. But if you do, and if you guys ever think about adopting a kaique, watch my kaique videos, because they get into a lot of trouble. I think they're underestimated by their intelligence. That's what makes them super, I don't know. They're just super intelligent, and they're always thinking, they're always plotting, and there's always a motive. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Look at his beady eyes. That's just trouble, Mr. Yellow Pants. But I have to say it's probably the kaique, and I don't know. I'm like, what happened? Did I startle you? I'm so sorry. Come here. Oh no! What happened? I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, did I scare you? She has cataracts, so she doesn't always see me coming. And with the lights, I went back and, well, there you go. I'm so sorry, Victoria. Holy Batmobile. Okay, how do I get my cockatiel to eat fresh food, not just seed? So once again, well, not once again, but you're going to see in our squash video, look how sweet this is. You're going to see in our squash video, I'm going to be using a chopper. And I say a great way to get your birds to eat healthy foods, if you've got a picky beak, is to grind that broccoli, those carrots, you know, those squash, the bell peppers, get a lot of vitamin A in there and grind it really, really fine. And at first, if you got a seed junkie, sprinkle it onto that seed. And so that bird will have to get some of that in its beak to get to that seed. But if you do that, remember, the fresh stuff can only stay out for about 3 hours. So that is a really sneaky little way to do it. And then I also have a video on how to wean your birds off of seed onto pellets. So those are really good videos. If you check it out in my playlist, you'll love it. You'll just love it. And I take you step by step. What do you think about parrots on shoulders and heads? I've tried to teach my bird that he's a great treat when he steps off of my head, but he only stays food motivated for a short amount of time. So I don't like it. I know you've seen me having my birds on my shoulder, but honestly, when I'm filming, I can actually, whoa, hold on. We need to, they're getting, I'm going to answer this one question, and I think we're going to, because they're getting tired, and I want to get baby away from the lights. But I'm going to answer this question because this is an important one. Here he goes. Say goodbye to everybody. Okay, so we're going to put him over here. I want to get baby's eye out of the lights. And the puff man, so you guys can see a little bit of what kaiques do. That's nothing. He's just warming up right there. Yeah, and now he's going to scream. So what I don't like about having birds on your head and on your shoulder, and yes, I've done it, but I can see when I'm filming, I can see their body language. And there's no way I would ever put Baby on my shoulder. Like literally, this is between you and me. But when I was a kid, because I've had Baby since I was a kid, we've been together for 27 years, he actually removed my back tooth. So he saw a Dalmatian. Are you going to scream? He saw a Dalmatian and he got scared. And so it's displaced aggression. He bit and he pulled, and next thing you know, I had to have another tooth put in. So that's just a little bit of the damage that they can do. I'm going to have Puffy come here. I don't like to reward streaming, but we're trying to do a stream right now. And birds, they feel, especially during certain times of year, they feel super powerful if they're on your shoulder like that. I do put them on my shoulder. But he's not going to remove my lip, although Kayaks bite really hard. But I know Puffy. Even though he's a wild animal, there's certain times of year where I'd never put him on my shoulder, but sometimes I will. But you just have to, you can't read body language, and body language is so important when you have a parrot, right? And so that lets you know how they're feeling, because sometimes, you know, a bird could be on the shoulder and you think everything's fine, but you're missing all the eyes dilating. You're missing their tight feathers when they could be scared of something. And these birds can do serious damage. I have a biting video coming up, actually 2 coming up, where Quinn actually bit the cornea of my eye. He tore it. That happened in April when we were having all this stuff happen with my family, with my stepdad passing away. I just wasn't paying attention, and I came around the corner and startled him, and he actually tore the cornea of my eye. So I have that video. I need to get that up. And then Maui surprised me with a bite. It was a couple of weeks ago, but on my hand. He actually went to attack Casey. He flew, and I intercepted, and it was a really bad bite. So you don't want that on your face. And it just sets you and your bird up for not success, just failure. So I say, if you can, keep them on your hands, and you will see me have my birds probably on my shoulder. I have Victoria on my shoulder. I feel really good about Victoria, but if she gets scared, she could bite. So if I have a bird on my shoulder, I have to have control of the environment. But they're wild animals, and I know that they can bite. And I would never blame them if they do. That's my fault if I get bit. Okay, so thank you for everything, Bird World. Bless you. We appreciate you. Wonderful, educational. Thank you, Elizabeth. Oh, do you know of any bird rescue centers in Australia? Do we know of any bird rescue centers in Australia? I think I do, or maybe it's in South Africa. Birdman, will you message me on Parrot Playhouse so I don't forget for my personal? April, thank you. Okay, guys. Oh, I see another question. What do I do when Pickle my Quaker bites? There's so many different techniques to stop biting, and I'm very confused. Ha ha ha. Well, it just depends. You know, right now Puffy's he's roughhousing. This is what Kayaks do. They're very beaky. Well, you don't want to make a big deal out of it. And, you know, when a bird bites me, what I do is I kind of just walk them into their cage, and I stick them in the cage, and I kind of just walk away. And just I try to ignore it the best I can. What I do not do is yell, scream at them. I try to ignore it, and then I really watch their body language to see if they're calming down. There's certain times of year where a bird's gonna bite because it's nesting season or they're molting, right? So it's just, that's what I do when I get bit. I try watching Maui. He's up to no good. I try not to make a big deal out of it. Put him in the cage, let them reset, walk away, and then come back later and see if they want to step up, and we do it again. And I just really pay attention to the body language. That's weird. I really pay attention to the body language. I did that. I deserved it. And I watch if those eyes are dilating, if they're fluffed, kind of like what's happening now. I know it's not a good idea to pick them up or keep them close to my face. So you guys, it's been Puffy's. Yeah, you are something else. Do you guys have you heard like the little sounds he makes? You want to make some sounds? What do you think? Yeah? He makes the cutest sounds. Want to make a sound? All right, guys. It's so nice to see you. I went over my time. Parrot Town is always telling me, don't go over 30 minutes. Yeah, we went over 30 minutes, but she's right. Gotta keep it. Don't want to go too long, but it was so much fun seeing all you guys. Oh, there's Fat Parrots. Hey, Fat Parrots. I hope I answered a lot of your questions, and then we will have another stream on Tuesday, next Tuesday. So this is going to be a regular thing. And yes, I'll probably start making them more 30 minutes. That way you guys know what to expect, and you won't be here all night. You can come and say hi. We hang out for 30 minutes. We learn about birds. We watch my birds interact, and we answer questions about that. Right, Thomas? Yeah? But all right, guys, I so appreciate you guys stopping by, and I so appreciate you guys watching our videos and sharing our videos and liking our videos and subscribing to our videos. So we're so thankful for you. And thank you for watching our channel. All right, I think we got it all. Oh, good. Yay, everybody seems to have liked it. Good night, Nico. Good night, Ellen. Yay, Christine. Okay, guys, we love you. So I got to walk over here to hit the button. Right, do you want to help me hit this button? Do you see that's the button right there? We got to end the stream. So we got to hit the button. Bye. You're so cute.